Hey everyone, welcome back to Rig Take Stacking. In today's video, I want to talk about a certain silver stacking mistake that you should try to avoid making. But before I do that, I just want to quickly talk about something. If you're not familiar, or if you don't already know, the first Tuesday of every month is when the Royal Canadian Mint comes out with their new gold and silver products. Now, for some months, they come out with a lot of products, and I actually, we'll do a video going through them because some of them are nice designs. Last month, I picked up a majestic polar bear. I really like the look of this guy. Those new radial lines that have a slight bit of movement. I really liked it, so I picked it up. And like I said, I did make a video on the new offerings in April. May is a bit of a letdown. I'll show a picture here of the 4 products that they released. I don't like the look of any of them. One was it was a gold kilo coin, so obviously not a lot of people are in the market for that. I don't like any colorized coins, and the glow-in-the-dark gimmick is cool, I guess, but I wasn't interested in any of the products that they had for May. So that's just for future reference. If you didn't already know that the first Tuesday of every month, Royal Canadian Mint comes out with new products. But unfortunately, not all months are great, because you obviously see May here is a bit of a dud, kind of a letdown. And hopefully June will be better. But getting into today's topic, I want to talk a little bit about this silver stacking mistake that's pretty easy to make, and you should try to avoid, is buying silver that you can't afford or that you did not budget for. Now, I have talked about this before, and I'm bringing it up again because it's, what's the word I'm looking for? It's kind of relevant to some things that are going on right now. Because I have seen in some of my previous videos, people down in the comments have been asking me, are you down for May 15th? Are you going to be participating in the May 15th raid? And I wasn't quite sure what they were talking about, but they were referring to the Wall Street Silver is planning on a silver raid on May 15th. And Wall Street Silver, most people know what it is. It's a subreddit on Reddit, and they were the ones that were doing the silver squeeze, and it was kind of a little bit of an offshoot from the Wall Street Bets subreddit, where they were doing the AMC meme stock stuff. So they have this community that's been built up quite quickly. And for the most part, the subreddit is fine, apart from some majorly cringy memes that are on there constantly. For the most part, it's just a lot of people sharing their latest pickups, giving some information, giving some articles talking about whatever the topics are, like inflation. A lot of the YouTube videos you'll see people on Wall Street Silver discussing and talking about the same things, and discussing and talking about a lot of the same articles. So it's a good community. There's really no ill intent anywhere that I see. There's not anyone trying to grift people with NFTs and stuff like that. It's just a community that, believes in physical silver. But you need to be careful with things like the silver raid, where you're planning on a certain day of picking up silver, and unfortunately for some people, they might not be able to pick up on that day. For some people, maybe it's in between paychecks, maybe it's in between when their budget rolls over, and they just do not have the money to pick up the silver on that day. I think it's a bad idea to go ahead and do it anyways, just because you want to feel like you're participating in something like a movement. Just because if you can't afford it, then there might be some ramifications of picking up the silver that you could avoid by just sitting on the bench for this one raid. You don't need to participate. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm saying for some people it might be a bad decision at that time. Because, if you're a veteran stacker, you do know all of the stuff with the premiums, and if you've been stacking for a long enough time, you have your budget nailed down, you know what you're getting, when you're getting, and you're not finding yourself needing to sell off your stack because you've overextended yourself. So it's good that Wall Street Silver has gotten so many new people into silver stacking, but for the people that are just getting into it, they might not know the ropes too much. They might not know just how much premiums are tacked onto each item, and they might think that they can throw a bunch of their money into silver, and if they need to get it out right away because they need to cover an emergency or something, then they'll be getting all of their money back. And they may be more familiar with the trading. They might have come over from Wall Street Bets, Or people are coming over from Bitcoin, they might expect it's like Bitcoin. You know, you buy a little bit of it on Monday and then you want to sell it on Wednesday. Well, there's going to be some fluctuations. Maybe it went up, maybe it went down. That's basically all you have to worry about. You don't have to worry about, you know, I bought some Bitcoin and before I sell it, it needs to get up past a certain percentage just for me to break even. You know, there might be some little fees associated with the trade, but you know, you're not going to be having this huge premium tacked on top of it that needs to be made up to get your money back. You know, it could be a very quick turnaround and you could make quite a bit of money in a couple of days, you know, with, you know, some other ways of investing and spending your money. But with physical silver, that's not the case. You know what I mean? That's not something you should be expecting from silver. So that might be a mentality that people are expecting coming into the silver stacking realm. They might think, oh, you know, I picked up some silver at 23 bucks and, you know, a couple of weeks it went up to 25 bucks. I'm just going to sell it off and, you know, take my profit and everything like that. But, you know, you quickly realize when spot price is 23, you know, you're going to be paying 27, 28 for your silver. So you need to be careful in how you budget, and you're going to want to make sure that, you know, you're not in over your head, because if you do need to sell off your silver, it's not like some other trades that you've made in the past where you can make quick money off of it and then sell it off. You know, there is that premium attached to it. So with silver, you know, you're most likely going to be, you know, flushing a little bit of money down the toilet by liquidating some of that silver to cover an expense that, you know, has come up, and you've already used that fiat money to put into silver. Silver stacking really isn't an investment like that. Don't look to get like a quick gain and, you know, you're buying it and then you're flipping it, you know, a month later and making 30% off of it. That's just not what physical silver is about. So when it comes to the raid, this May 15th raid, when it gets closer to the date, I might talk about it again. If you're in the market for picking up silver and you're budgeted for it and you're all good to go crazy. Pick up as much as your budget can allow. Pick up as much as you can afford, but you got to make sure you can afford it. And again, for me, I'm thinking I don't want to touch this stuff, and I'm not looking to sell it for me. It might be different for some people, but for decades. I'm quite young. I'm looking to continue to accumulate, but yeah, this silver's not going anywhere for a long time. So I'm not going to have to worry about taking a bath on premiums because I'm selling it, you know, a couple of months down the road. You know, for me, I'm hoping that the spot price will gradually increase over time and it will cover the premiums that I paid in the past. And say 20 years down the road, I'm hoping it'd be cool that the stack has also made a profit. So yeah, as I say, there's nothing wrong with Wall Street Silver. I like Wall Street Silver. I don't post on there, but I do go on there just to read some articles, see what's going on. And even the raid, the May 15th raid, I'm not saying anything negative about it. I think it is a good thing if you can afford it. If you just got laid off and you have car payments and rent and food and groceries and you're living paycheck to paycheck at the moment, it's not a good time to be putting it into precious metals. Just wait until you have a little bit of money set off to the side that you can afford to pick up the silver. And don't, you know, there is that FOMO, that fear of missing out. So unfortunately, you know, that FOMO might be eating at you, but unfortunately you might just have to sit out the raid on May 15th. If you can't afford to pick up that silver, don't do it. And for those who can, have fun. Pick up as much as you can on May 15th. My budget, I believe, is going to be rolling around at that time, so I will have at least a little bit to spend on May 15th, so I might just take part as well. But I usually do pick up silver, usually either at the end of the month or the beginning of the month. So that's kind of where my budget rolls over. But I think, as I said, the budget might work out in my favor, where May 15th I might make some purchases. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys like Wall Street Silver, if you're on there often. And also if you're planning on picking up stuff on May 15th as well. I'd like to hear from you, and I'd like to just get an idea of what you guys are picking up. But anyways, that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you come back for the next one. Thank you.